Sherry Meisner here, and I am joined with Mariana, and you can see our pictures here on the screen. I am going to, I see that we're not all muted, so I'm going to unmute you, Mariana, in 2 seconds. Okay. Can I hear you, Mariana?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes, perfect. You're kind of in the distance. Can you hear me pretty close and good?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm going to go on, keep talking. I'm going to call in and see whether it's
okay,
better.
Perfect. We're going to need you to do that. So we'll get started. We are so happy that you joined us here on September's team webinar, whether you're joining us live or recording. We're glad you're here. We have so many great things to share with you tonight, and we're focusing on gaining new clients. So that's going to be our main topic, but we have lots of other things to fill you in on and lots of fun. So let's get started. We're glad you're here. And remember to type in the chat box the answers when you see comments in red to win tickets. And we'll do the drawing at the end. And our friend Madeline is running the tickets today. So this is a review slide, but there's no doubt that Mother Teresa deserves to be repeated, that we're never going to worry about numbers. We're going to help one person at a time, and we're always going to start with the person nearest you. I love that. And it was a great for to me tonight. I was at volleyball games all night tonight, and I offered to help the 2 people next to me. And guess what? They need it, they said. So, but I don't want you to get overwhelmed with all the things we talk about on tonight's call. I really, 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 really want you to pick 1 or 2 things that you hear tonight and actually step that into action. If you don't take any action after this call, there is no reason to be on these calls. But I know that you want to take action, and I know you are. You may take action. So pick 1 or 2 things that really speak to you tonight and take action on that. And tell your upline leader. We'd love to hear, and we'd love to cheer you. I love this quote. I saw this, I believe, on Cheryl Fry's timeline, but certainly I'm sure she could have stolen it somewhere. But I loved it, that sales aren't contingent upon the attitude of the salesman. They are contingent upon the attitude of the salesperson, not the attitude of the prospect. And I believe this with 100% of my being, that often I need to get out of my own way before I can begin. Often the comments in my head stop me from talking to somebody. And when I finally do talk to that person, I am like, seriously, why wouldn't I talk to that person a year ago? Or why did I get nervous? They were so happy I talked to them. So just remember that sometimes we need to get the self-doubt we have to get out of our way and make our attitude the right attitude. It's really, really changes things. So I just love that, and thanks for sharing. I wanted to remind you that my goal, or our goal on this webinar, is not to repeat the home office webinar that is the first Wednesday of every month at noon Central. If you already did, type in yes in the chat box, and you'll get a ticket tonight. Madeline will write your name down, and then at the end, like I said, we'll be drawing. They went all over the specials and the incentives for sales and they went over so many different wonderful topics. It is a fantastic webinar to join in. And if you can't, it's always recorded. And where it is back on the training site under ambassador information, right here on the top. And it's usually relatively right about an hour long. So you can plan that. Watch it while you're folding laundry, okay? But watch that. Stay in the know. In order to be a successful person in sharing forever and give yourself confidence, you have to stay in the know. And you are being in the know when you listen to this one and ours tonight. So thank you. But know that we are not doing a lot of repeat tonight, but trying to do a little bit more of the application. This list would take me 10 minutes, and we don't have 10 minutes to share. I wish I did, but wow, look at this amazing, awesome August ambassadors for Team Empower. If you see your name on this list, hats off. You are in the top of our entire organization, which is almost nearing 1,600. So that is incredible. These numbers are amazing, and I know that we can make September just as amazing with things that if you apply some of the things that you've heard today. So I wanted to do a big shout out. Oh, sorry, I need to do something. Someone said, you're seeing my whole screen. I'm sorry, I wish someone would have told me that. You're seeing like my notes? Is that what you're seeing as well? Which I don't have notes.
Sherry, we see the next slide. So if you go back to that other screen, if you go down to the bottom and you show, go back to the original
Right here.
Okay, down. Yes, one of those.
I thought I had the right one, but I'm sorry I didn't. Is it this one?
Try that one. Yes, that's
Are we
right.
good?
Yeah,
Oh,
try
my apologies.
unmuting caller 6. I may be 6.
Oh, I can hear you.
Yeah, no, you're hearing me through my computer.
Oh, I'm sorry, caller 6. Okay.
See if that's me. Is that me?
Okay, can you hear me?
Caller 6 unmuted.
Is that me?
me? No.
All right.
All right.
I'll meet you other
Can you
one.
hear?
Sorry
Yeah,
about
try
that.
another.
Okay.
We have to figure it
Nicole,
out.
do you-
I'm 5 or 6.
Yep, we're good. Okay.
You're good?
I
You can hear me?
apologize. I wish I would have known that right away. Well, let's get started. We can fast forward through these. That's the best part. All right. I wanted to celebrate Marla Lease with 3 new team members in August, Deborah Derma and Stacey Olson with 2, and that huge list with 1. Amazing August. Believe in yourself. Know that September can be just as amazing. And Mariana, do you want to take over and celebrate these?
Absolutely. Tammy Cassell, we want to congratulate you for reaching Senior Lead Ambassador, as well as Kathleen Eichler, Senior Lead Ambassador. That is a level at Forever that is just starting to be broken into. We only had 1 before, and now we're probably up to about 8 or 10. So that's really fabulous. To have that happen maybe by surprise to some people. We didn't expect the giant onslaught of sales at the end of the month. Robin Hornoy, we want to congratulate you for reaching Lead Ambassador. That's fabulous. And then we've got Mona Woodward, Senior Ambassador, Diane Spildy, Senior Ambassador, Tracy Olson, Senior Ambassador. Wow, all these Senior Ambassadors. Marla Lease, Senior Ambassador. And Robin, you double promoted from Senior to Lead. That's awesome going in 1 month. Congratulations to everyone.
That is impressive. What a month we've had, and know that if your name wasn't on that list, it can be there in September. And this is one huge group of ladies moving forward. All of the execs on your team, all 6 of us are offering a moving forward. And we promoted this in our Facebook pages last week, and we all filled so quickly that I believe we're all filled, but you can talk to your exec upline if you would like to join us to see if they're filled. But we want to be able to offer as much support as we can to those in there. So that's why we're saying some of us are filled. Look at this list of people, and they are committing to moving forward in the next 8 weeks. We will start again in January. So if you want to do that, we are asking you to move forward at a pace that's right for you. As long as we're not standing still, we are moving forward, and that is the win. But you get to decide how fast and how far you travel, but we'll be there a long way to talk weekly as a group, twice a month as a group and twice a month individually. I'm really thrilled if your name is on there. And Bridget, your team is red and underlined because I do not know why, but it was driving me crazy today, and I left because I couldn't figure out. So just way to go, red ladies, as well. All right. That was funny. All right, we're going to start our spotlights on ambassadors that we chose. Each exec submits a spotlight each month, and mine is Kathleen Eichler from Michigan. Kathleen and her husband have been has the most forever mission and passion, and has been on the move for about a month, traveling Route 66 to Forever Live and beyond. So they have been traveling for a week or so before Forever Live, and they are still traveling Route 66 and practically doing a tour of the United States. And though she has been vacationing, she has been sharing Forever, cheering and supporting her team, and she promoted to Senior Lead this month. You'll never meet someone with such a kind heart and a contagious smile. So Kathleen, if you're on live in the car, maybe you're on a hotel, type here and I'll get you a ticket. Mariana?
Yep, and spotlight on Jeanette Sanchez. She's a qualified ambassador on Lead Ambassador Deborah Derma's team and Melody's senior exec team. Jeanette Sanchez is a business builder with a heart to help others save their photos. 2 days after signing up to be an ambassador, she shared her excitement about Forever with her family. Her sister decided to join her on this Forever journey as an ambassador, and now they're learning to grow their businesses together. How fun is that? Jeanette achieved her 30-day success plan in 21 days. Fantastic work in immediately reaching out to others and sharing the gift of Forever. Woohoo! Go, Jeanette.
Yeah, love that. Oh, Mariana, continue.
Paula Crossley. Paula, I did see you on this, and hopefully this is a surprise to you, Paula, but spotlight's on you. Paula Crossley's enthusiasm for Forever is infectious. She caught the vision a few months back by understanding the power of duplication. She recruited 4 ambassadors in July and is working hard to build a team that will spread the word about Forever and help her income to grow. Paula is the consummate student. She has watched every training video, follows the guidance of her upline, Gail Davis, sets goals, and at Live, she soaked it all in and saw the big picture. Armed with knowledge, a big sharing heart, and a darling Southern accent, Paula is poised to grow a successful Forever team. Congratulations, Paula, on your achievements. Your team is lucky to have you, and so is Forever. Woohoo!
Awesome. Paula's here, so let's get her a ticket. All right, our next one is coming from Executive Madeline Brunel, who is spotlighting Michelle Kingsford. When Michelle Kingsford believes in something, she gives it all she's got. She's empathetic, talented, and passionate. She has 4 beautiful daughters and a techie son who's a junior in college. Her oldest daughter is serving an LDS mission in Washington, D.C. Then the youngest are in 11th, 8th, and 5th grade. She's a busy mom. She works 2 part-time jobs, one at an elementary school with literacy intervention for K-3, teaching reading and writing, and her other job, well, after coming to Live, she's working on a plan to replace this income with Forever. She's been helping families with her photos for over 19 years. She became a leader with Forever on December 1st, and with her kind heart, she's a blessing to all. Thank you, Michelle. It was great meeting you at Live.
And now we have a spotlight on Mona Woodward. Moving forward, Mona. Mona, congratulations on your personal best sales month and senior ambassador promotion. You closed a high-profile client because of your consistency and passion. You're a smart businesswoman with a deep, loving heart. I believe in you and can't wait to celebrate all your upcoming growth. You are appreciated and loved. Bridget. Congratulations, Mona.
And here is a new grandma today. Kim Heinen's daughter had a baby girl. I'm blanking her name, so I apologize. It was something beautiful. I want to say Hazel, but that might be wrong. Celebrating Kim this month. She was #1 in sales over the whole company for August with over 7,000 in sales. She is so passionate about storage, and I would have to say she's probably the only leader with such a high percentage of ambassadors on her team that have purchased storage. She is passionate about everything about Forever and walks the walk, giving gifts of encouraging to everyone to get the phone app and get an account. She is delightful and an ambitious leader and a dear, precious friend. So we are celebrating you, Grandma Kim Heinen, today. So hopefully you're snuggling that baby and not here tonight. Do you want to share a little about Forever Live since you played our 2 music, Mariana?
Oh, sure. The sign up for Forever Live is October the 2nd, and it's for August the 10th to the 5th, 2018. Can you believe? I can't believe that number. And it's in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. You're coming to my neck of the woods, so I'm very excited about that and hoping that many members of the team will be there, coming from the East Coast. And look out. I don't know what road goes west. I guess Pennsylvania Turnpike. There's going to be a caravan of us heading towards Pittsburgh and descending on the Forever offices. So if you want to see that you're part of a bigger picture, that we are not alone, even though we do have the largest team at Forever. It's awful exciting. Look how great this photo came out.
I know.
Yeah, this was at the meeting that we had, the executive and senior executive meetings that we had one of the nights at Forever Live.
Yeah. So be part of our picture next year, and that was
let's make that picture twice as big.
That's exciting. Yes. Yeah. All right, let's move on to the next one. At Forever Live, they announced the Founders Club 2018, and we are headed to Los Cabos. So how exciting! Now, some of you have even heard oh, I don't know if I'm going to go for it. And I just want to encourage everyone never to give up trying, and always try no matter what. And some of you might say, why? It seems hard. But even if you don't make the trip, because there was many years when I started my photo business that I didn't make the trip, but honestly, I went for it every year. And no matter what, your business will only improve as you stretch for it, right? Number two, you're going to make money along the way. So even if you don't make the trip, you're still making money along the way. So why not go for it? But mostly your business will be stronger the next year. And it's going to get easier and easier, and you're going to get closer and closer to that goal of the trip. And who knows when you're going to meet that one person who wants to buy a terabyte storage, or who knows when they want you to order a book for them 150 times, like happened to me last year. And you know what? You might meet that person in January or even February. So don't give up. And plus, you never know if they're going to offer bonus points, I'm sure, from time to time, and they might be on the right month that will really help you. So don't quit. If you're not going to quit, type never quit and you'll earn a ticket. We want you there with us, and we're working hard along the way, right alongside you. Tomorrow, I just wanted to review that this is going to be a fantastic recording. It'll be recorded, and I will post the recording as well. But Lori Curley is doing a training tomorrow that I would really highly encourage you to listen to at 11 Eastern or catch the recording. And she developed a PowerPoint to educate and to train and to share forever in a way that felt very, I think it's going to be very educational and powerful. And I really look forward to hearing Lori share about it live. But please watch this if you cannot. All right, Mariana, do you want to share about this?
Yes. We opened up certified training yesterday or the day before, I believe. It's under the training tab on the training website. And once you complete the training, you will no longer see the link to get into it. So there was a question about that today. So understand that once you've completed it, that link in disappears. The course 2 and course 3 will be coming in the next couple of months, but you get this badge, the Certified Ambassador badge that you can put on your business card once you've completed that training, and you'll be able to tell people that you are a certified ambassador. And best of all, you'll become much more knowledgeable on all the products that Forever has to offer, and it'll make you a much better ambassador to have all the tools in your toolbox. So type "I'll do it" and you'll get a ticket for getting out there. There are some people that have already achieved it. April Drinnen has, Gail Davis, I think. Oh, Becky Tallman did. She told me. So, and I'm sure there's some others. So let's all do this.
Awesome. Yeah, like Mariana said, there's absolutely nothing to lose. So, all right. So we're going to start our training now, and we are talking about reaching out to new clients. And we are going to talk about reaching out to the non-scrapbookers too. And whoa, what's that? So give you ideas. We're going to talk about getting out of your comfort zone, because everyone takes photos. And I know you agree with that. And to be honest, what I'm finding is that most people are overwhelmed that they're not even know where to start. And that's where you come in. You are the secret sauce.
I need you to lower the voices.
Difference.
Go in the other room.
You are the one that, can make people feel like it's doable and they'll tackle it. And so don't forget that how important you are. And with our new $199 or $19 a month for a year entry point at the 10 gigs, this is even easier to share with new people. And remember that this month, starting now, the first month of their payment plan, the $19 a month, is free. So this month, they'll even pay $0 this month, and then their credit card will be charged next month for the first time. All right, so I'm going to give you a challenge. Everyone listening, I want you to challenge yourself, and I want you to share with one person this week. And if you can't share with one person, I want you to share with one new person in September. You pick what's right for you. And I'd love a lot of you to know that I know you can even do more than one, but we're going to share lots of ideas with you in the next half hour here. And I hope you pick 1 or 2 of those ideas that speak to you and speak to your passion, and go do that and share with a new person. All right. So if you're going to take that challenge and talk to one new person this week or this month in September, type in "new," and you're going to earn yourself a ticket. So let's get started with all these new ideas. This is not new, but I need to share a little bit more, and I'm not giving up on this because I think this is so key. So I need you all to work in your photos, no matter what aspect of Forever, in your photos, 15 minutes a day with a hard stop at 30, because I need you to know how to work in your photos in short increments of times in the nooks and crannies of your life, because the average person cannot or does not want to spend 2-3 hours on their computer or on their phone deleting pictures. And most people don't either have 2 hours, and those that do have 2 hours kind of look at us like crazy if we'd want to sit for 2 hours, even though we love it. So I need you to know how to work in your accounts in the nooks and crannies of your life so you can help busy, overwhelmed people do the same. And it's very important for us to do so we can teach our clients. So if you have been doing 15 minutes a day in September, just in the last 12 days, on average of 3 or 4 times a week, because I know it's not going to get done every day because it doesn't get done in my life every day, type 15 minutes in the chat and you're going to get a ticket. So I really encourage you to take the challenge. I will post every Thursday an update on this and an idea. So please play along with me and humor me and comment on those posts because I'd love to know if you are able to do it. And if you have questions, it's a good time. So I love to meet people for coffee. I love coffee, but I also just love meeting with people one-on-one. And when I do meet with someone one-on-one, I always say, do you have a friend that would like to learn more too or hear more about this? And so often they turn on one-on-twos. And I really love one as they partner together and they kind of cheer each other and they hold each other accountable. And so all I do when I'm talking to someone that I know or someone that I meet, like tonight at the volleyball game, I just said, tell me about your photos. And then I just be quiet. And lately, everyone says, oh my gosh, I'm so overwhelmed. They're everywhere. They're this and they're that way or whatever. And then I'll say to them, how does that make you feel? Like, how do you feel about that? How's that working for you, right? And then I listen again. And I'll be honest, once in a while, people love their system, not too often. When they do love it, I congratulate them. I think that's amazing that you work in your photos. Not many do. I really applaud you. Tell me, what's the best thing that you love about your system? Tell me, what's your favorite part of your photo system that you have of organization? And then I ask them, if you could change one thing, or if you have one limitation, what would that be? What's that one thing that you wish your system could do? And if they're, put their all on an external hard drive and they're tickled thinking pink about their external hard drive, I'll just say to them, how often do you enjoy those photos on an external hard drive? Just keep asking questions. My goal lately, and I try to remind myself, because I know it's hard to believe that I like to talk, but I remind myself when I'm talking with new clients over and over in my head to don't talk and keep asking questions. The more they talk, the more they see they need what Forever has to offer. So just keep asking open-ended questions to clients and just asking them anything about, their photos. And then I will say, if I buy you coffee and show you a way to whatever that limitation was, to organize your photos or to tag or to share or sync up your phone, if I could buy you coffee and show you a way to blah, blah, blah in 15-minute increments of your busy life, how would that make you feel? Or would you like to hear more? Would you like to meet for coffee? And then again, listen, because I find more and more people are just overwhelmed, like the 3 people I spoke to tonight, that they feel like it's almost hopeless, that they don't even know how to ask for help. One girl looked at me and she just shook her head. She's like, I am so hopelessly overwhelmed with photos everywhere. You don't even want to talk to me. I'm like, ooh, yeah, I love that. It's a challenge. So I challenge you to talk to people, but just tell me about your photos. All right. And if they're happy, let's carry on. All right. Here's a quick Facebook post idea you could try to your client page, or if you wish periodically to your personal page. Don't post to my opinion is not to post to your personal page every day, but if you have a client Facebook group, I'm sure they all aren't organized, so post this image and say, you message Sherry, that's what you do. And you could even leave it as #NeedMyHelp. But I had a couple openings next week for a meetup and I got them filled. So to help you create a plan in just 15 minutes. And I want people to know that I'm there to help them, even if they are very overwhelmed. I love that challenge. And I like to teach them in 15-minute increments how they can take over control and not feel so overwhelmed. All right, Mariana's going to share about the Facebook event.
Yeah, so some of you have participated with us before, but many of you have not, and we want to make sure that you know where to get the information for it and how to join Facebook events that may be going on within our group. To find this information, you go to the training tab, training.forever.com, go to the forms and files, and about halfway down the page, you'll see Facebook events. And there's a webinar that I believe Tara did that webinar, and there's an instruction sheet with the files that you use and the posts that you make. So there's a couple things you have to decide when you're going to do a Facebook event. First of all, who are you going to invite? And my suggestion is that you invite people that are currently in your pipeline or new people that have somewhat of a clue what Forever is about. To send someone here cold, especially if it's a 1-hour event, we'll talk about that in a moment, can be overwhelming, a little too much information coming at you very swiftly. And I did get feedback from one person that it totally blew them away. So I think it's important that we think about exactly what we are inviting to that. So a totally cold lead may not be the right person to first put into a Facebook event. So they should have some touches with Forever in advance of that. And how would you invite them? The best way is by phone, a personal invitation that you don't put out a blanket text message, email to your entire Facebook friends because they don't feel special. They're not really looking for Forever information. And to be perfectly honest, when you run a Facebook event and you see up in the top right-hand corner that it shows the number of people that are invited and the number of people that are attending or said that they're coming. And when there's a big discrepancy in that number, it doesn't look great. It looks better that if we've invited 10 and 9 are coming, we've invited 5 and 4 are coming, we've invited 25 and 20 are coming. So we don't want to see 200 people invited and 10 are showing up. So that it doesn't look good for Forever or you or the person who's running the event. So an idea you may have is to do some pre-printed cards in the beginning of a month that may have all of the listing of your opportunities, whether you're doing click clubs or Forever overviews, doing a Save Your Photos event, doing a Facebook event, to have them all on a card that you could easily hand to someone that you start a discussion with and say, here are some opportunities for you to get some more information. Because we all know we're planting seeds and keeping our pipeline filled for it to eventually, those flowers to bloom. Not trying to be corny, but it's just so true. When do you invite people? I invite people right up to the last hour. If I'm on Facebook an hour before that I'm going to do a Facebook event, and I see people on there that I know, it's surprising how many people might actually say yes to you right at the last minute. Because we all lead busy lives, and asking the hour before, the day before, a couple days before, that it's all good now. It's not like you need to give a 2-week notice, and in fact, you're better off being close in because people, things come up, and being last minute, you're more likely to get them to come to the event. So you have to decide on what the pace of the event is going to be. Do you want to have it be a 1-hour event, or do you want it to be something that's spread over a couple of days? And only you know best for what you're trying to achieve, that you're reaching out to. I do recommend that you may have a partner that you do this with. It makes it easier, especially when you have a 1-hour event, that you are taking turns posting. You would be shocked how quickly the hour goes by and how many comments come up that you're trying to not only answer the comments, put in the posts, and stay on top of the whole thing. So having a partner with you eases that stress a little bit. So think about what it is that you want to do. If you have a long drawn out event, and I shouldn't say it so it's that negative, but when it is a longer event, you take the chance of people not coming back. But on the flip side, positive, they get an opportunity to come in when the time is right for them. So your 1 hour may be not at that's best for them, and something that runs over a couple of days, they're able to catch up and get to where you are if they show up a day late. So there are pros and cons to both of that, and try different ones. See which ones that you get a better response with. And then, and be interactive. So if you participate in a Facebook event with someone else, and you are coming in as a, you're trying to check it out, see what's going on, you know, be interactive, be a positive influence on the, you know, with the posts. Don't be obviously giddy over forever. You know, ask thoughtful questions. You don't want to look like you're a plant, is what I'm getting at. And then most important, the fortune is in the follow-up, and you've heard that many, many times before, but truly with Facebook events, you've got to follow up with the people that came to the event or the people that you invited to it. And even if they didn't show up in that hour or over those 2 days, the event stays open for 2 weeks. So you're able to invite them to come in and read the posts in the order in which you posted them. They'll see it in the order we numbered the posts, and they'll be able to follow along with it. So it's a non-threatening way to learn about Forever. It's great to have one of those on your schedule every month, or to piggyback on another person that's doing it. Melody is running one with me on September the 21st at 8 p.m. Eastern, and she's running one with, I believe, with Tammy at 8 p.m. both West Coast and East Coast. I'm sorry. So your time, it's 8 p.m. on the West Coast, September the 21st. So if you want to be invited to that, get in touch with any one of those 4 ladies to be invited. And we ask you that you ask people person to person to come, and not to do blanket emails to get people to come to it. Okay.
Yep, and mine is September 27th. So keep that in mind.
Okay.
But if you want to look, make sure you check out these trainings. They really tell you right here, word for word, post to post, what to say. So don't hesitate, take a peek there. Hey, Forever Print is coming mid-October, and we'll start with 8x8 and 12x12 books. And so I have 2 challenges for you tonight. Which one's right for you? Either A, I think we all should order our sample book, and it's in the lower left is the cover, and on the right you can see some of the pages that show a lot of the different templates in Forever Print. Or I think you should get 50 to 100 photos ready for the launch in mid-October, and make your book as soon as it launches so you can have a sample in your hands. Forever Print will replace Forever Project, which is now gone. Okay, but this is a fantastic way to reach out to new clients. Forever Print is static, or not, so it is what you see, those templates are beautiful. There's tons of them, but they're not flexible, which is so fantastic for that person in your life that loves your scrapbook, but would never sit there for a full day to make one. Who do you know that loves your book but would never touch Artisan or has a Mac? This is truly for them. Get your photos ready. Even if you buy your sample, which I've got one, I am getting my photos ready right away to make. So focus on your new people and focus on your non-artisan users. Do not take this to your crafty artisan user and expect them to start using Forever Print. They're not going to love it. But your sister-in-law who would like to make a book in 30 minutes, no joke, maybe 15, is going to love this. So type in your first topic of your book and earn yourself a ticket. All right, that's a great way to find new clients. I cannot wait for that to come. All right, this is my friend Judy Jones on our team, and I am going to unmute you, Judy, and she's going to share another great idea that she's doing. Judy, can we hear you? Maybe you're self-muted.
Now can you hear me?
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
Okay. Well, when I came home from Forever Live, I realized that I really needed some new customers. And the kind of customer that I needed was one that loved their photos and was willing to put some effort and money into preserving their memories. So I went online and I Googled scrapbooking retreats near me, because I felt like the scrapbookers who are willing to go away for a weekend and pay for it are the kind of people that would like the products that I have to offer. And I was surprised at how many I found. I found lots of them. And so I contacted 2 organizers, And this weekend, I'm going to go to one retreat. She said, well, I don't know if you want to come or not. There's only 18 women coming. And I said, fine, that's great. I will come. 18, in my mind, I'm thinking 18 is better than none. So she also told me that she has a retreat in a couple of months that has 40 people registered for it. So I think there's no problem in filling my calendar with as many retreat weekends as I want. So what I offered her was that I would come and I would scan pictures for people, because I have a scanner that does multiple pictures very quickly. And that was sort of my ticket to get in to the retreat as a vendor. And then I'm going to offer them all of the specials that Forever has right now. I'm going to offer them the 2 gigabytes of free storage. I'm going to ask them to bring media. I'm going to bring a scrapbook that my friend did, and then, years ago, Creative Memories did. And then we've converted it to digital. So I want them to see different sorts of projects that they can do as well. And you can also go online and just Google meetup groups, scrapbooking meetup groups. And I think you'll be amazed at the number that you'll find. I had no idea that there were this many in my own area. So I hope that through this, that I'm going to get new customers that are interested in, the different things that I have to offer, and that I can, continue to grow my business.
Thank you so much. That is a great idea to how to reach out to new clients, and all she did was search it. So that's a great tip. I never would have thought of that. And if you don't have a scanner, that's okay. You can still offer to be a vendor and share some new ideas or share some tips about organizing. And I am going to guess that Lori Curley's presentation tomorrow might be something that maybe people would be interested in as well. So think you could maybe use that as a pull-in, or you could rent a scanner even. So keep it in mind to talk to a friend that has one. All right, Save Your Photos Day training is typically in the month of September, but honestly, Shelly Murray shared this training with us, but you can do one any month and every month. There's no rules on that. Like, we can save our photos every day of the year, right? And so here are a few of the invites. You can see that people shared their templates, so we all could copy and paste. These are just a few ideas, but you can go to the training page on forever.com on your website and go to the training page, and then under training and save your photos, Save Your Photos Day. There's all the recordings that you'll need for learning. I believe there's 4 of them. I listened to them last week. I can't remember. There's images, there's blog posts that you can print out and use, and it helps you walk through having an educational Save Your Photos Day training. Now, it's a little bit more educational than it is salesy, but by all means, it pulls us right back to forever. And so I really encourage you to jump out and try this. Talk to your upline exec or your upline leader about doing this. And this is partnered with Professional or Apple, but everyone can do a Save Your Photos Day. But you have to do the trainings because it'll really help you walk your way through it. So let's see. I think Lori's, like someone mentioned, yes, Lori's presentation tomorrow at 11 Eastern, I believe, or 10 or 11, I'm sorry. This is what you will use. You will use Lori's presentation, and so all the work is done for you. She has the PowerPoint, right? So you just get to use that. All right, Mariana?
Yep. So this idea, and there's an awful lot of information on it, and I won't necessarily touch on everything, but you can go back and snip this off of the video, since it'll sit up here long enough that you can do a snip. You could probably even do it now. So having a Christmas gift event. So we have to start thinking about these for the next October and early November, so that you meet the deadline for ordering. So you have to decide on what kind of format, and this can be flexible to any format that works for you, whether it's an open house, a crop, doing it online, screen sharing. You could do a one-on-one event, or have people calling in on a particular day, or you schedule appointments where you're working with people to create gifts. And if you did it at a live event, like an open house or crop, you can do it with other ambassadors and then divide up the responsibilities. So you have to think about creating your invitations, how you're going to do that, what kind of ambiance, what candles will you have lit, what Christmas music, and but just keep it low key, make it easy. Don't make it tough on yourself to pull this off. Focus on the important things. So the stations that you could actually do this in stations if you have more than one ambassador doing it with you, and each ambassador could be responsible for a different station, whether it's creating cards, canvas, mugs, metal panels, ornaments. So, the sky's the limit as to what you could create. And what I would suggest that you do is that you have predetermined gifts that you would only need to add a personalized photo to it. So last year we had a number of these running around in our groups, and I'm sure we will resurrect all of them again. And many of them are in Sherry's public album. And Sherry, I don't know if you're getting to that tonight, but the directions on how to get there are posted in the different groups. But doing a Christmas tree canvas, I know Tammy Cassell did that one, and then I added putting a name at the bottom to it, and I had several clients who did that. Putting a family name on wood. How about we change it up and we make it different from last year's? Doing a hot chocolate mug, different kinds of cards. Have a selection of 3 different types of cards, because remember, Forever Print will not have cards this year. It won't have any of these items. The only thing it's going to have are books for this selling season. So how can we make the non-artisan user have access to us and to printing with us? So we're going to have to work a little bit harder in that respect. So if you had 3 different kinds of cards, a whimsical, a traditional, and a contemporary, then you would hit the personality of most of the people that would come to you. And then think about canvases. It doesn't necessarily have to be a Christmas canvas. It could be the canvases with the wreaths that have the different seasons of the year, and then people would just need to bring to you 6 or 8 photos. So think it all the way through. There's no recipe for the exact way to go about doing this. And then if it's an open house, you're going to ask people to bring their photos with them, or maybe ask them in advance, send me an email with your photos in case they're not savvy enough to get them on a thumb drive, or you could be able to get them from their phone and have them share them to you into your computer. So again, as I said, think it through what the easiest way would be for you to pull this off. Decide the best time to do it. My experience has been to pick a weekend and then have specific times throughout a weekend that people would come to me, and one of those times could be an online time. You could do Sunday where everything is done online. So think about how you want to do it. But when you're giving a variety of choices and times, then people are bound to be available one of the times that you select. You can think about if you want to give them, have tickets for albums completed, gifts for coming. What kind of displays do you want? Do you want to do some of these in advance to be able to show people? Do some Christmas ornaments to show them the possibilities. And then always with any display you do, have a pile of old media, because many people enter Forever through the conversion process. We've got the 12 by 12 memes that Forever has done for us, and those are also in Sherry's public account, that you can get those images and purchase them in there's 2 bulk. She's got 2 of them grouped together, 2 separate groups of memes and marketing images grouped together. And the display book from Forever Print that we just spoke about. And then I would suggest scheduling a time when you've got an open house to do a Forever demo, and I would do several of them during the day to talk about Forever. I've had sometimes computers just going with images, videos showing about Forever at open houses. So it may not work for this, since we'll be working the computer very diligently, but that's an idea that you could even put it on your television. If you've got one of those fancy TVs, it'll do that kind of projection. And then lastly, make sure that they've got their credit card. So you would set up a free account, upload the project to their account, and then they would pay with their credit card. And there you have a new customer who's in your system. Okay. Sherry, you there? Sherry's not
Sorry.
speaking, but
Sorry, I put
that's
myself
okay.
on mute.
I can
All
read.
right, I'm back. We're going to have to speed ourselves up, Mariana. So here we go with the
Okay.
challenge.
All right. We're going to
15
stop
minutes
talking so
left.
much.
Yep. So again, this is a repeat. I like to do it at Starbucks. I just say I'll be at Starbucks from 11 till 1 over the lunch hour. Stop in and I'll make your Christmas card. You can also have a card party at a host. So your friend, you make her card and then have her friends come to her house and they get to drink wine and cider while you make their cards. So that's fun. So your house, host house, or Starbucks is a drop-in basis. But what about beating the rush and having that one thing crossed off your December to-do list and order them at 30% off with promo code fall17 and do it in September? That's what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to make Thanksgiving cards this year because I think it's even more fun to beat the rush and even have them in the mail and done. And, you know, you get so many at Christmas that sometimes like if they're not even as exciting to open, but I love opening the couple Thanksgiving ones I get. So that's what I'm going to do this year. You choose if you charge a design fee or you design free, maybe based off the quantity order. That's up to you. Will you order your family's Christmas cards in September and beat the rush? Type beat the rush and order them with 30% off code. Awesome. We want to beat the rush. All right, here we go.
Okay. This is taking an idea from the wine and canvas nights that we see around, and this is a digital design night for artisan users, and you can name it anything you want, but I've got something here that says canvas and cookies, and you would ask people to maybe bring a recipe to event or to the event, or send it to you in advance, and you would be able to print them out, put them on a ring, and give that as a gift to people. But make a recipe to create a canvas. So it wouldn't be just a canvas where it would be just one photo, or maybe it would be, and you would be able to do an outline on the page and have a quote, and on the canvas, and have a quote, change colors, make something muted. I mean, think of step by step how you would do it. And just like you would do at one of these events that you go out and pay $50, $75 for, you could do step by step with people on how to create a canvas that they would get as a Christmas gift. So I think that could be a lot of fun, and play it up as to what it could be. So some other ideas you could do would be this 5x5 book. And I was thinking about 5x5s and how they're so little used, and how might you get people to engage with gifts with a 5x5, either you pre-designing an ABC book and giving them ideas on how to get the ABC images, or even doing like some other companies we know that do Instagram images. When you hit 100, you get a book. Maybe we could do something like that with our 5x5s, but they just have to pick the photos and drop them into the book. Make it a real simple pre-designed book for the images. Could be a quick, easy gift for people to create. And for non-artisan users, the same idea. We've talked about the Christmas card, dessert and design. There's a title for you, metal prints and margaritas. So, there's a lot of alliterations. Ask Becky Tolman, send her an email, and she'll pull something together for you fast in a name or a poem. Okay.
So true. All right. We're going to talk about Lori Lochner's words that she used, and I loved it. And so I would love to ask you, which verbiage of these do you prefer? A, would you like me to say to you, would you like to have a party? Or B, would you like me to say, would you like to gather a few friends around your kitchen table and we can share what we love about forever? Notice I said we and not I. Or likewise, would you like to join me for a glass of wine at my kitchen table, and I can show some ideas how I can help you with your photos? Will you try that? Lori Lochner has done this, set up multiple ones, and has having great success of having 2 or 3 people around her kitchen table. And that's what you don't want. It will make you more, if you're new at this, it's going to make you more comfortable to have 2 or 3 of your friends or neighbors around your kitchen table, just sharing. It's informal. It's just sharing what you love and how you can help them. So type in kitchen table if you'll invite your friends to around your kitchen table, or ask your friends who love forever if together you can share around her kitchen table. And I think it's brilliant, and I thank you, Lori, for sharing those wordings. how can I use my back office to find new clients, since new clients is our focus? So go to your clients in your back office and look, are they a permanent member? And if they say, no, they're not a permanent member, well, that's easy. Those are great people to call, invite to any event you have, invite to get together, ask them how their photos are, all those wording we used today or this weekend, tonight to share with you. If they are a permanent member already, like you can see down here, ask them, who do you want to share photos with? So I could ask Amy, who do you want to share photos with? And then go get her sister, ask her sister, you know, to get a free account, and then share with her sister the benefits of being a forever permanent member and upgrading to an account. And ask those clients for those referrals. If they love using their Forever Storage account, why wouldn't they want to use the Forever Sharing feature? It's one of my favorites. So if you could show them a way to, you know, share photos around the kitchen table without burning the CD, would you like to hear more? I think those are great. So use your back office, check who has a permanent storage account here under the permanent account member. If they do, then ask them who they'd like to share with, and no, then those are people to follow up with. All right, we're going to have Kelly, Mariana, introduce Kelly. And I am going to
Kelly,
her as you.
Kelly Griffin is in my second line under Gail Davis, and she is participating in a community event this coming Saturday, and I asked her to jump on to tell us a little bit about the preparations that she's making for this event. I don't know if she's on the phone or online.
Kelly,
I see.
Kelly,
Yeah, you're self-muted, Kelly. Can you click your unmute, Kelly? Or *6? Or did you try unmuting her? She might be on the phone. Let's try unmuting some.
I can't. I see her name and I can't unmute her.
Try caller 2 or 4. She might be one of the callers.
Oh, you think so? Well, I heard her name be there.
Yeah, because she did ask me for the phone number. Are you there? Okay, Kelly, keep talking till we get you.
I'm unmuting all the callers. Kelly, hold on, I got a couple more.
Kelly, you there? Kelly?
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Hi.
I heard I was unmuted. I did dial in on my phone before I connected to the computer.
Okay, great. So tell us a little bit about what's coming up for you this Saturday and what you're doing.
So so this Saturday is our Township Community Day, and I thought that it might be a good way for me to get the word out to my neighbors, the moms that I see at the field, and the moms I see walking the halls at school without being salesy, and just trying to put myself out there and let people know that this is what I'm doing these days. And I'm going to set my table up, a pile of old media, some of the memes. My upline, Gail Davis, is going to come out and help me, and basically just ask the questions. You know, do you take pictures? Where are your pictures? And just try to start the conversation. I'm going to print off the interest form and have them share their contact information and, you know, what they might be interested in from a follow-up perspective, if it's storage, if it's more just getting organized, you know, down to the digital scrapbooking. I'm not really planning on focusing on that unless someone asks about it, but more just the media conversion and the storage.
Kelly, how did you get yourself involved with this? It just was a blanket invitation for people to participate, and what was the cost?
Yeah, so they host it every year, and we usually, it's convenient because it's actually, the building is right across the street from my neighborhood. So we've always kind of walked over and checked it out. And I had gotten an email because we belong to the rec center saying that they were going to have it and that they were having a craft fair / home business vendors. And it was $35 for a table, which I thought was very, very affordable. And they have free Wi-Fi, electric provides me with the table. and then it's from 1 to 5. So there'll be indoor, outdoor stuff. There's a bunch of community-based stuff, teen areas, kids' games, and it usually does bring a decent amount of traffic from the actual township, the Upper Providence Township. So it was a way for me to kind of step out of my comfort zone, because I always struggle with that. How do I bring this up? You know, and without it seeming, I always am fearful of sounding like I'm trying to sell them something. There have been a couple of network marketing people in my path, in my neighborhood, and there have been lost friendships because it seems like all they ever want to talk about is their home-based business, which is not what my intent is, and I did not want to get there. And I think I almost scared myself a little bit in trying to get started. So I felt as though this was a non-confronting, very casual conversation kind of way to say, here I am, this is what I'm doing, and I can help you.
We are certainly helping and not selling, and I have no doubt that you won't come across that way, and you will come across like exactly how you want to be. So Mariana, I know we're running out of time here, and maybe you can just hit a couple highlights just to reiterate what Kelly said, and thank you for sharing, Kelly.
Sure.
Oh, did I lose Mariana now? Shoot, I did. Shoot, I forgot which one she is. 6?
Hi. Hi.
Sorry.
I'm talking and no one hears me. It's okay. So just a couple of highlights here. Thank you for sharing that, Kelly. And we all feel your pain. We don't want people to see you coming and say, oh, here comes the lady who's going to talk about forever. And we don't want anyone ever to think about us that way. So just a couple of things when you're setting up an event, and some experience that I've had with it that I think is important. And I'll just highlight on things that I think are really important. And one is to stand in front of your table and not behind your table. That you want to be approachable and you want to be able to approach people. If you're stuck behind a table, you cannot step out and pull people in. So if you're waiting for people to come to you, you might be waiting a very long time. And sometimes you've got to get the courage to just take 1 or 2 steps out to say, hi, are you familiar with Forever? Do you have a moment that I can show you this? Have a chair, have them be able to sit down, to take a load off. They're hot, they're tired. They want to be able to sit for a moment. That's your opportunity to maybe have a laptop there that you could show a Forever account. So there are 2 important things that I think to get people to want to spend some time with you. If you can get them to spend the time, then you're more apt to be able to, have a real conversation and engage them and have them to start, talking to you, connecting with people, finding the things that you have in common with them, asking questions, being engaging. When you're doing a display, some of the ideas I put there about, real short, just have real short sentences. Where are your treasure? What are your treasure belongings? Where are your photos? Does this look familiar with the pile of media sitting there? Have you ever lost your photos? Have a picture of a toilet with a phone falling into it. Like things that'll make people laugh and maybe start a conversation. The thing is, it's just being engaging and comfortable and not feeling salesy, and you've got to engage people by having them like you. And what's the quickest way to have them like you is by looking for something that you have in common with them. Okay, and the rest you can read.
Yeah, I love that. And I love them making them laugh and feeling comfortable with you. I love that. That's a great tip as well. Let's think ahead to Christmas like we were. And would you like a candle, a sweater, or your lost memory back into your life? Oh, boy. All right, I muted you all. I'll have to grab you back, Mariana, if that was you. So which would you prefer to receive, and which would you prefer to give? What would your parents or your loved one prefer to receive? Who do you know that would also like to give or receive lost memories this holiday season? I just truly believe when I gave my mom all of our slides converted as a childhood, we had a ton of childhood slides. All my pictures of my 4 siblings pictures were lost on slides. That is a treasured gift that she treasured forever, way more than a sweater. and it felt way better to give her than a sweater. And I really would love for you to consider maybe going in with a sibling and doing some conversion, or a family member, or maybe going together and getting your sibling, your parents, a 10 gig account for the $199. And it's a great entry point. And ask your clients the same question, who would they like to? And see, last year I had tons of my clients go in together and convert all their parents' memories. So definitely keep it in mind, like I said, with the $19 a month or only $199, it makes a much more doable gift this holiday season. So who will you share Forever Storage with this month, especially because our first month is free with the promo code there, first month. And who will you ask? Tell me about your photos, or tell me about, that's what I just say. Tell me about your photos. Keep it simple. Keep it to the point, like Mariana said. So type in the name of that person that you will talk to and share Forever Storage with this month, and you will get yourself a ticket. All right, let's keep moving on. I know we're almost to the end here, so thank you. Now, we talked a lot about gaining new clients, but let's not forget the opportunity and we should always offer this first, to join us as an ambassador. Isn't this great fun to be together and partner together and learn from each other and be part of something wonderful? So ambassadors are also more loyal and consistent with with using Forever, and they simply have more fun than clients, right? So who will you offer to join you on this Forever Fun as your Forever business buddy in September, to learn and grow alongside you? I heard you guys say something about, talking about partnering with someone, and it's always more fun and hold each other accountable. Like, I apologize, Jeanette, she invited her sister to come alongside. It's always more fun with a friend. Always, 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 no matter what you're doing. So I love seeing all the names coming in the chat room, whether they are you're going to ask about Forever Storage, or if you're asking them to join you as an ambassador. I love seeing all the names come in. All right, so I'm not going to show you how to do this, but each of us execs have this on our Facebook pages, and there's a 3-minute video. So I'm going to ask you to watch the 3-minute video, but basically in a nutshell, what I have done is I have created a public album in my Forever Storage account. So what you would do is go to your Forever Storage account, go to friends and family, and hear me, we don't have to be friends. You do not have to invite me to be your friends. I will decline you. So it's public. That means anyone can see it. So all you do is go to friends and family and type in my name, Sherry Meisner, and you'll have 2 public albums pop up of mine. One is of all my Forever pictures, like it from Forever Live. The other one is the one you see here. It says Forever Print Projects to Share. And I broke it down each into different albums. I nested the albums inside so you can see a metal panel that I made that you might want to get 30% off and have for your displays. I have a whole bunch of greeting cards, and I did not make all of these, and I apologize. I wish I knew the original owners. It's probably you guys. So I made a bunch, and a bunch of you other people have submitted, and I really wish I knew who did who so I could give credit where credit is due, but I can't. So thank you. I've made a couple metal panels. This is one of them. This little one is my first day of, and then each year they fill this in. And I'll give you a heads up. My sister gave me the idea to do this as a baby one. So talking about the baby's first month, and you can fill that in. So that will be coming very soon. So watch for it. I made a couple mugs that are general. You can just have on hand and give as gifts when you have to go to a birthday party and you didn't have time to go to Target, or who needs to go to Target or the mall? Just shop from yourself, as always. Last week, I added these 12 by 12 page prints, and I ordered a couple really great frames that I just love from Amazon. And if you have a page display board, or if you have a 12 by 12 print, otherwise Amazon has a million of them to fit your style. So summer to go along with monthly themes is the Be Grateful or Be Spooky. And then I just kind of ran out of the be idea for the summer months, so I used the word choose, and I just made some general ones that I probably leave up year round. So I'm a kind of simple girl. This is kind of my look. So you get what I want. But if you want to design some, let me know. Just know that they have to be approved by Forever before they go into Forever Print Projects to Share. So please don't upload anything there. They have to be approved. We can only use Forever Art or Storybook Legacy. So we just have to be mindful of that. So if you have an idea you want me to get approved, just message me and I will work with that on you to get approved. All right, let's finish up here. The last couple things. This is where you go to order the new business enhancers. the training office in the back, training in the back office, under ambassador information, you'll see ambassador store. You can buy the print sample book, the mini catalogs, and the trifold brochures. So it's always nice when you meet new people, like we talked about, that you'll have something to hand them with your website on it and your name and your email and Facebook, so they can come back. So it's always great to have something to hand them. Just a reminder that this is happening on September 21st. It's all about getting into your Forever Storage account that home office is doing. Please join us. If you have not heard anything about this, please talk to your ambassador upline, and they will invite you. All right, Facebook is our main source of communication. Please make sure you're on your exec's Facebook page. Each of us execs have our own Facebook page. You absolutely certainly should not be on all of them. We do not want you to be that. That would be overwhelming. We share ideas. Stay connected to your exec's Facebook page, but make sure you're adding your team to your pages as well. All right, this is the last question. Madeline, I hope you're surviving. I've seen lots of things come in the chat. There's no wrong way to go. Just take a step. I think I'm going to have this on every webinar. I know I've had it on the last few, but I certainly can't ever delete this slide because it's so certainly perfect. What will you choose? What did you hear from tonight's call? What's your 1 or 2 takeaways that you are going to put in action in September immediately? No, and you might say you're going to start planning your Christmas open house. And that's great because that's November and you might want to think about it. But can you even do something in September? Can you start something now? Can you talk to that one person now? Did you hear some verbiage that might work from one of the people that shared tonight? And thank you so much, Judy and Mariana and Kelly, for sharing tonight. We really, really, really appreciate you, and for Lori for sharing your kitchen table concept. So what will you choose? What is the one thing that you will take away from today's call? Because if you don't take something away from this call and you just listen and you don't apply anything in the next even in this next week, I hate to say that, but really it's kind of a waste of an hour, right? If you're not taking anything away and not taking any action. So we really want to help you take action. So please talk to your upline leader. And Madeline, as soon as the names stop flooding in, I would love for you to pick 5 names, and we're going to announce those in just a second here. But just a reminder of the date, the second Tuesday of every month. Every month I will partner with another exec, and we will come to you and share our thoughts and ideas. Please check the training site for Connect meetings in your area and Forever Retreats. Home office monthly webinar is always the first Wednesday. But talk to your friends, get together once a month, maybe start a new Click Club together. And as always, here's our Forever support line if you need support and you can't get a hold of your upline. So a huge thank you to Mariana, who always brings fun to the table. Thank you for your partnership, always, as well as in tonight's webinar. But truly, every single day, I love partnering with you, and I love that our brains think differently and we can share and grow and be together. So love that. And I love those pictures of Mariana with our CEO, Glenn Meekum, if you are not familiar with him. So, all right, Madeline, from the list you have right now, stopping, please announce. Oh, I have to unmute you, or that's not going to work, is it? Let's see.
I think I'm unmuted. Can you hear me?
Yes, perfect.
Okay. All right. The 5 people that have been chosen. Good job, everybody. The first one is Elizabeth Goodson and Sherry Sheptak, Stacy Olson, Chris Watts, and Kimberly Monfort.
Awesome. And I'm going to have you email me those names, please, so I can
will.
get you guys a gift certificate out tomorrow. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I love that we had 39 people, I believe, is the top that we hit, which is a fantastic increase. And I'm very so honored to partner and lead and walk alongside all of you, linking arms as we go forward, sharing Forever with everyone, especially the new people that need to hear about Forever. So jump out of your comfort zone and make it happen, ladies. Have a great week. Bye-bye.